It's safe to say that 2020 was a big game changer for most, with the pandemic sweeping across the globe and impacting the lives of everyone in one way or another. With wave after wave and new variant after new variant, there still doesn't really seem to be much of an end in sight, and it's all a bit rubbish. But my 2020 didn't start off too badly. In fact, my 2020 started off in the best way possible, singing karaoke on a boat in Pyongyang, the capital of North Korea. Now, a lot has happened since then.
I went back to North Korea to go skiing a few days later. I then went to South Korea for a language course, and during this time, a new virus was detected in China. I packed my bags and headed to the South Pacific for some sun and to let it all blow over. During this time, I then got locked out of China and locked onto a desert island where a cyclone flooded my house, washing away most of my possessions. I adopted 4 dogs, a cat, and a beach house, and then spent the next 18 months trying to get back home.
I didn't have access to a lot of my videos during this time, being stuck in the middle of the South Pacific and all. But now I'm back in the UK, I've got a hold of things, and I am back on track.
So let's rewind a couple of years to pre-pandemic times, to better times, and take a look at the best New Year's Eve celebrations I've ever had in my life so far.
Come
on guys, hey.
Thank you.
Where are you?
Hello.
Woo!
Annyeong.
It's New Year's Eve in Pyongyang and we are about to step onto Rainbow Restaurant, which in Korean is what it's called?
Mujige.
Mujige!
And
Mujige!
fun fact, there is a song about unification and rainbow.
Fun facts with Greg on New Year's Eve. Okay, let's go in before the boat takes off and see...
Which is not in 10 years, I guess, because it always stays on shore.
Alright, well, nevertheless, let's hurry up and go and enjoy the boat.
The rainbow boat, called Mujige, is docked right next to Kim Il-sung Square in central Pyongyang. Unlike other boat restaurants, this one remains stationary and does not go up and down the Taedong-gang. That doesn't make it any less exciting, however. There are lots of areas to explore on board with various dining rooms, all decked out in a fabulous, bright and kitsch style seen in many restaurants in North Korea. Of course, here you see it particularly decked out for the Christmas-New Year period.
We're currently on the Rainbow Boat restaurant. It's quite glamorous, which you can see behind us. Some big letters that say, what do they say?
Seherul 축하합니다.
Seherul 축하합니다.
Yeah, that means
Happy
Happy New
New
Year
Year
in Korean.
Yeah, but we have a little bit of time before that. So before we go into the banquet hall, what were you up to last year in New Year's? Were you here?
No.
No.
I was
Oh.
a tour manager for the tour, but I didn't get to come
Oh.
because...
That's sad. I was somewhere much warmer. It's currently about minus 14 degrees outside. I was on the other hemisphere in Australia, but I'm much happier to be here.
I was in Beijing on my own, actually.
Fun New Year's with Greg. Okay, let's see if this one will be more fun. So, I was here 2 years ago, and at that point there was like fireworks and stuff like that. Everyone gathering in Kim Il-sung Square. What are we expecting this year?
We're expecting a concert after the fireworks, and before the fireworks actually,
Wow.
by Moranbong Band.
I am so excited. I love the Moranbong Band.
So cliche.
They are amazing. If they sing Garira
They were
Pekka-san,
amazing, like, yeah. See?
I'm
Cliche.
gonna go crazy.
Cliche stories
Gonna
with
go
Zoe.
crazy. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm hungry, so can we go and get some?
And you're not even from Hungary, I'm from Hungary, and she's hungry.
Oh my gosh.
That's the joke I always get because
I
I'm Hungarian.
really need some soju and some megju now. Let's go to the buffet cart and let's go to the buffet restaurant and get us some megju and some soju.
Yeah, kapshida.
Kapsida.
For our New Year's Eve meal, we had booked out several tables in a restaurant upstairs and enjoyed a meal of various typical Korean foods, including Pyongyang's famous cold noodles.
This one must be
It wasn't long until the soju and Taedonggang North Korean beer started having an effect, and karaoke mics were passed around. Of course, I couldn't help but to join in with my colleagues too. Mine and Greg's singing was clearly on point, but it's always best to have help from the experts for one of my favorite songs, which, little did I know, I was about to hear live from the artists themselves. Clearly, our talent inspired the younger generation to get involved too, for what was definitely a better performance than ours.
We're about to leave to head to Kim Il-sung Square, which was just behind us, so we can be a part of all the action going on in Kim Il-sung Square for New Year's Eve. Woo! Greg, you sound excited. Yeah.
I'm
Thank
not the
you.
excited one, okay?
At least one of us is. Anyway, we're gonna get going because it's, I don't know, it's minus 14 before. What's it now? Probably...
I didn't check, but it could be like minus 10
What?
and feels like minus 20. Something like that, yeah.
It's pretty cold, I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna stop doing this right now so we can go and run to Kim Il-sung Square where we can take part of all the action. Yes!
Too excited.
There you go.
After enjoying the festivities on the boat, we started to hear the live music in Kim Il-sung Square and decided it was time to get in on the action. But we weren't quite prepared for just how packed Kim Il-sung Square would be, or for what North Korea had in store for us this New Year's Eve.
Okay, we're currently walking in Kim Il-sung Square and it's kind of crazy in the moment. There is a crazy amount of Koreans around. I don't know if you can see me. There's very little light. It's crazy. The atmosphere is very hyped, and in front of me there is a music performance going on. All around me there are hundreds and hundreds of Koreans. So let's see what is gonna happen over New Year's and let's try and enjoy. We're currently trying to get as much to the front as is possible, wading through the crowds of hundreds of Koreans all around Kim Il-sung Square. I'll try and show you now. Absolutely ridiculous scenes at Kim Il-sung Square right now. So it is currently 15 minutes to midnight and we are literally surrounded by hundreds and hundreds of Koreans. There's a big performance going on right in front of me. Look behind me, absolutely crazy. Alright, so we're currently moving very, very quickly to where we can see the stage a little bit better. Are you excited, Greg?
I am.
Not as excited as me!
This one doesn't understand the geography of this square.
10 minutes until midnight! 10 minutes!
Bali Bali!
Bali Bali!
Despite my lack of geographical awareness of Kim Il-sung Square, we finally managed to wade our way through the crowds to get to the front where all the action was happening, including the live performance by North Korea's most famous girl band, the Moranbong Band. And then, as if by magic,
It's snowing in Pyongyang. It's snowing! Woo! Okay, so it is currently 5 minutes to midnight in Kim Il-sung Square and it is snowing! I'm gonna to show you in the front right now. I'm here with my good friend, Mr. Lee. How are you enjoying the snow?
Very nice.
Can you be more excited, please? It's great. The snow is great. We're loving the snow, right?
Yeah.
It's perfect timing, 5 minutes to midnight, and right in front of me is a great music show going on. Are you excited for the New Year 2020?
So excited.
You really sound it.
Yeah.
We're currently wading through the crowds, through the snow, through the music, through the excitement, to be able to see. To be able to see the excitement. I'm going to show you behind me. You can see what's going on. It's pretty exciting. Everyone is excited for midnight. Are you excited yet, Greg?
Yes.
Woo!
What would follow for the next hour or so is one of the most special times I've ever had in North Korea. Not only because of the incredible performance and electric vibe all around me, but simply for the few minutes of normality. Nothing is normal in North Korea. It's more normal than you think, believe me, but you're still in North Korea. In the time between the end of 2019 and start of 2020, I forgot this momentarily. Because as the clock counted down and the crowd grew ever more excited, it was a perfectly normal New Year's Eve celebration. I was stood in the middle of the crowd, a crowd of thousands of North Koreans, dancing, pushing, shoving and singing, all wrapped up in big coats and fluffy jumpers, and waving about various flashing items. To the front of me was the main stage, upon which the Moranbong band were playing their catchy tunes. To the right of me, a good friend and colleague from Koryo Tours. To the left of me, a good friend and colleague from North Korea. We embraced the buzz of the crowd and started singing along with the tunes, arm in arm.
It was a nice last year.
Suddenly, I felt a tap on my shoulder and turned around to see a familiar face. Another Korean tour guide I know, who wasn't actually there with a tour group, but instead was just off work and here to see the festivities. It was a bizarre moment, bumping into a friend in the middle of Pyongyang, waiting for the New Year's countdown. I pulled him towards our group and we carried on our singing and dancing. Behind me, there was a group of male students singing loudly and pushing and shoving each other. I turned around to them and smiled. And just as I did so, one of my favorite Moranbong band songs came on. We all started singing, and the students behind us joined in with us too. Soon, we'd formed a circle where we were singing and dancing, the North Korean students waving their colourful flashing sticks about, joining in as we danced around the circle. It was New Year's Eve. We were tipsy. The crowd buzz was electric. There was live music, singing, dancing, strangers are suddenly best friends, and everyone is smiling. And I remember thinking that it could be anywhere in the world. And I hope there are many more moments like that in North Korea.
What did we just experience, Greg?
New Year's Eve. Oh, my group.
Okay, so Greg lost his group and then he found his group, so he's happy about that. We just experienced one of the most one of the most incredible New Year's I think either of us has experienced.
I do agree.
It was pretty incredible. We had the Moranbong Band playing some amazing fireworks and my favorite tune, Garira Pektusan, and thousands and thousands, like amazing amount of Koreans behind me. They're all emptying Kim Il-sung Square right now. There was fireworks going from left, right and center. It was a really amazing experience. Did you enjoy it?
Yes. Brilliant.
We don't swear on camera. How was it? Brilliant.
Moranbong!
It was amazing.
We love you! We love you! We love you, Moranbong!
Woo!
And as if the night couldn't get any better, the Moranbong Band drove past us as we were leaving.
And my video was just interrupted because the Moranbong Band just went past. I would say that's a pretty impressively good and unique start to 2020. Amazing. Okay, so now it's time to get out of the square, somehow find my way back to the bus, and enjoy everything that's going on around me. Truly incredible atmosphere. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy 2020.
And just like that, it was all over. My best and most bizarre New Year's Eve so far, that I presumed could only lead to the best year of my life so far. Unfortunately, COVID had other plans, and this was to be my second to last time in the dprk for some time to come. I was last in the dprk in January 2020, shortly before the COVID outbreak was first declared in China. Since then, as of 2022, North Korea's borders remain firmly shut, with no sign of opening anytime soon. I count myself incredibly lucky to have had this amazing experience surrounded by such incredible people. And I hope you enjoyed reliving my New Year's Eve 2020 with me. If you enjoyed this video, then do me a favor and like and subscribe. And why not head over to my video on the New Year resolutions of some of the North Koreans featured in this video. Thank you for watching and see you next time.